What's up, guys? It's Colin with 86 Studios. So this is going to be the start of a documentation of the entire album for a band. So to give you some ideas of this band, they really don't have much of a name out yet, but they've played a couple gigs, and the guitarist is a friend of mine. So I reached out to him and asked him if there's any way I could help with anything that he was doing. He wanted to get an album done, so I said, let's do an album. So this is going to be the first album that I'm going to be producing start to finish. I've done mixing and mastering in the past, but I've never done an entire album. But I'm excited to get this started because it's going to be a really great journey. To give you a little bit of a context, I started 86 Studios in about February, and I always wanted to turn it into something bigger because I always thought that I could turn producing into a dream. So this is becoming the start of not only this band's journey, but my journey too. So they're going to come over for a consultation in about 15 minutes. So I will see you guys there. So the band name is Crimson, and I'm going to ask them a few questions to kind of get the ball rolling and kind of kick off the record, and then we're going to go over some information. So, what is the end goal for this, for like producing this record?
I know, at least for me, I'm trying to like build on like getting music out there or work on my recording and playing skills, and hopefully we can get gigs and have fun with this. Mostly, the main thing is we want to have fun with this.
I just stick by Randy's side. I mean, he's my best friend. I do what he says, and yeah, I like playing music, so I'm fine with whatever.
Parker?
Honestly, I'm just here. I'm trying to find my sound for real. Rapping didn't work out, so we here now.
Okay. What is y'all's biggest influences?
Definitely mine would probably be like AFI or My Chem or like old Panic at the Disco or Balance and Composure. Those are like my top influences, if I'm honest.
I'm a very big nu metal fan. I listen to a lot of System of a Down, Deftones, definitely Deftones. And I just spent $100 on Deftones merch, so so definitely that.
Jeff Buckley, Charlie Parker, Foo Fighters. I'm everywhere. Tyler the Creator. Just a bunch of different stuff, and I try to implement them all.
All right, so this one may be a little bit of a awkward question. Not really awkward, but it may confuse y'all. What are y'all's do's and don'ts for the record?
I mean, do's and don'ts. I don't want to be known as like, every new age, like emo, whiny baby type of band, like
It's a very big thing.
like that's one thing that's been like egging me on. I know I do want to be like some type of like emo drifting kind of way, just not like, oh, I'm depressed, yada yada yada,
What I don't want to be is one of those bands that you see on TikTok for about a week where they're really famous and then they just drop off and it's only one song. I want to go far with this. I don't want to have like one hit, I don't want to be a one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
You want to say anything, Parker?
I don't want to sound bad. If I do go famous for a week on TikTok, that's y'all's opinion. Hey, bruh, I'm taking it. Hey, I'm honestly, I'm living my dream. Not really. I mean, but like not yet. But like I'm living what everybody else wanted to do as a teenager in those movies for real, in the garage band. And what I do want to do is enhance what I already know to be better, and my don'ts are to be made fun of, because if they do, I really don't care enough. All right, but still, I don't want to be made fun of. I don't want to sound bad.
All right, so This one may be like an easy question. A lot of bands choose the first option. So are you good? Are you just going to use a click track, or are you just going to freestyle it?
It's your decision.
I mean, this is more of like a fun DIY project. We're gonna really have fun with it, so it might just be freestyle. For click track, maybe, but you know.
I've heard y'all play. We might need a click track. I'm just saying. No diss. A few songs might have a click track.
I mean, Randy can't play in time. We're gonna need a drummer to play with him. I'm sorry, but it's true. You go off time very easily, and also I don't really care how we play it as long as it happens. I mean, music is a hobby for me. I'm an electrician, so
Yeah.
here you go.
Yeah, I totally get y'all. So are y'all comfortable doubling tracks? Like doubling guitars and vocals and all that?
I know vocals most likely. Guitar, probably. I know some good songs have double guitar tracks, and that's what makes them really good.
Mm-hmm.
Vocal-wise is a maybe. I know you want really the highest with your vocal range, but
Yes.
For bass, you don't really want too much bass, in my opinion. I mean, a bass isn't. You don't need more than one bass, is what I'm trying to say. Because bass isn't for adding; it's for making things sound better. Like
it's supposed to make me sound better.
That's exactly it. I'm supposed to make you sound better, not to make me sound good.
Yeah. So, I'll add on to that. A lot of times when you double track a bass, it gets muddy. So I mean, you can stereo like different amps. So like, let's say you'll use your PV, and then you'll like model like a SVT. You'll pan one left, pan one right. So that's acceptable. But because bass is such like a precise instrument, you have to be so precise with it. It can get muddy. So next question is, are y'all gonna be doing harmonies?
That is most likely a yes.
I don't know what that means, so probably yes.
Most likely yes. But I can't say for sure on it.
Yes.
Most likely, yeah.
Short and sweet. Okay. So do you guys have any reference tones? Like any tones you guys are chasing after, whether it's bass or guitar, or even like a specific vocal style?
For me, I have about 2 tones that I have like really set down. I have a really nice clean tone that I found for myself, and I like Deftones, kind of like scratchy kind of sound, you know? Like for a bass, for harder songs, not like for cleaner songs. I'm gonna have my clean tone usually.
I will definitely have like a switch up between like a nice distortion from like AFI or MyChem. But I will also, have a cleaner tone that also AFI uses, which is like a nice reverb with like a little smidge of tiny bit distortion, but it'll be a nice cleaner tone.
My bad, I had a burp. I mean, I want at least one slower song, whether acoustic or not. I mean, really, I do like the Deftones, like, not moan style, but like an in-between that.
Their screams, or they have like basically 2 things.
Yeah, well, I know how to do metal screams, so it's like, I mean, it all depends. I do like slower stuff, though. Like the new, like, Billie Eilish singing style. That's just an example, but like how she gets really close, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I totally get y'all. So do you guys want long sessions or short and focused ones?
I mean, long sessions ain't really the worst. I mean, usually we could take breaks or lollygag a little bit, but still want to be focused either way.
I mean, I have a job, Well, not right now because I'm in school, but I'm going to have a job right out of high school. I'm in ABC. I do a lot of stuff after school. So I really don't have a lot of time. So I would say short sessions.
He's a liar.
Most preferably, I would like short sessions, just because long sessions, especially depending on what we're doing, like the song, you can really hone in. And as a singer, it's a lot different to switch styles in a long session, because each song is going to not have its own sound, but they're not all going to be the same. You know, like you could have a very rugged song, which is going to be hard to switch from a rugged style or a soft style to that, because my voice kind of just goes throughout the day, depending on what I say, what I do, how I treat it. It's easier to keep it focused and actually just like stay on topic.
I got y'all. So I got a couple of my own questions like off this list that or they're really more of things I wanted to make sure was okay with y'all. So this is just my preferences, and y'all can disagree or agree, whatever y'all like. So I would say that we focus on one specific thing per session. If everybody could be there, that'd be great. If you can't, no problem. The entire timeline of recording should be about 19 weeks. So it'll be a couple weeks of recording sessions and then a lot of mixing sessions. So I would say that that, you know, if you can contribute in any way, like, please say something, because this is a team effort. So whatever you guys can contribute would be great, whether it's, you know, be like, okay, hey, we could add a harmony here, or like, even though Parker doesn't play guitar, he could say, hey, you could do a riff like this, or stuff like that. But and then the other thing is that I would say we should focus on each song and finish it entirely before we move to the next one. Agreeable?
Yes.
All right.
I'd like to say that Parker is not only a singer, he also plays bass and saxophone. So if we want saxophone, he has that. But if I ever need help with a bass part, he's always open to help. I hope.
I think
You're pretty good at bass.
let me see it. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, all right, but I think out of everybody here, I do have not the most musicality in my brain, but I can hear stuff. I can hear chord changes probably better than the average person. I'm not saying y'all can't, but like I've just always been, I've taken AP Music there. I didn't do great, but I know how it functions, and I'm just kind of like, I know what to listen for, and if something doesn't sound right, I will know. But anyways, yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's honestly absolutely right. I mean, he is probably the most musically inclined out of the three of us right now. But yeah, definitely that'll be much needed for each of us to work together and help each other out, even whenever we feel like we can't.
I am originally a drummer, so I mostly know drum stuff. I'm new to playing chords and stuff. I learned bass in about 2 weeks for a show.
Before a show.
2 weeks before a show, and I think I did pretty good for what I had. And yeah, so if we need like a drum part or think of a drum part, I can do that. But I'm not a very good drum set player. I play mostly marching drums.
So, you know, I'm just going to say this, whatever we can do to make it work, because obviously you guys don't have a drummer right now. So, this is going to be very DIY. Yes. So, whatever anybody can contribute to drums is great. So those are pretty much the kind of go around things that I had to say. I do want to talk about the microphones that we have available. So we have a Toner TC 7, I think, and then we have an Audio Technica ST90 Mark II, and then I have a SM57 on the way. So I would suggest that the toner is used for vocals. Condenser mics are pretty good with vocals, and then the SM57 will be used for most or all of the instruments. Yeah. And then we can go more into detail about that later on. So next we're going to explain the contract. So in this part, we explain the contract, which included the engagement of services, term, compensation, deliverables, ownership, credits, confidentiality, governing law, completion timeline, termination, portfolio use, and the entire agreement altogether. And then I had the guys sign it. So afterwards, we this wasn't really expected, but we did go through a little session together, which was very fun. I hadn't expected to go through a session at all. I really just expected the guys to kind of just sign it and head out, but they had a lot of time on their hands. They basically cleared their schedule for the day. So we spent a lot of time recording. And then we had a lot of fun, and we actually got one song down, which will be on the record, or at least the guitar part was down. So everything sounded really good. So I'm really excited to continue doing this record for these guys. I really thank them for giving me the opportunity to do it. And we're going to be doing this for about 19 weeks. That's the entire timeline of production, and I will be recording every session and uploading once a week whenever we do those sessions. So I appreciate you guys watching. I know it was a long one. So hopefully I will see you guys next time.